Just what is Momodora Reverie on the Moonlight? Well, in this deconstruction video, I'm going to explain just that. It is the fourth installment in the Momodora series and features Kaho, a priestess trying to save her village from an evil curse being spread from the kingdom of Karst, and his possessed queen, a Metrovania-style game where you'll fight undead witches, arcane monstrosities, and a blurring between land of the living and the land of the dead. Hi everyone, I'm Asch, your D-Class hero, and welcome to the video. So recently I learned to make stickers, and in this video I'm going to play around with that, so please enjoy. But anyway, on to the deconstruction. In the first part of this two-part series, I'm going to go into the gameplay and the story of Momodora. So let's get to it. So let's talk about our tools of the trade, our sacred weapons against the undead, arcane, and evil. In Castlevania, Simon had his whip, throwing axes, daggers, crosses, and holy water. In Momodora, Kaho, our main character, has a sacred maple leaf? Just a freaking leaf. I'm not even joking, guys. This is your main melee weapon. I mean, I suppose if you like maple syrup, it's considered holy, I guess. But in all seriousness, guys, this is your primary melee weapon. It acts as a sword for our main character. It performs a 3-hit combo on the ground and a single hit in the air. Now, throughout your adventure, you'll collect more items for buffs. Use the right combination and get up close to a boss. You can rip them to pieces by multiplying your power tenfold. And trust me, when you do that just right, so satisfying. Now let's get into long range. Our character's main method of ranged attack is her bow and arrow. You can shoot left, right, and you can shoot straight forward. You can't shoot up, you can't shoot down, you can't shoot diagonal, except when you charge it up. When you charge it up, you form a splinter shot, which is divided into 3 upon release. This also acts as a very powerful attack if you get up close to an enemy, where you land all 3 shots at once. Kaho, our main character, is very agile. She has the ability to roll through enemies and out of danger, as well as the ability to double jump, to get over pits, climb the higher platforms, and find more secrets. All the while dodging arrows, fiery explosives, poisonous gas, arcane magic, and flying enemies. And there's more than that, people. However, as you progress through the game, you get even more power-ups, making her a bigger threat to enemies in battle, and giving her more survivability. Here are your 4 primary power-ups. So like any good Metrovania-style game, Momodora allows you to get any one of these power-ups in any order you want, aside from one. This first power-up allows you to charge up your bow faster, to unleash damage sooner, and dispose of enemies quicker, helpful against boss monsters. Next, we have the third level of charge for your bow. Using this, you can charge up your bow even further to unleash a Gatling gun spray of arrows. Combine this with some piercing rounds and some poison, you can do a lot of damage that will leave a lingering effect against boss fights. Next is my favorite ability, and that is the aerial dash. Beforehand, you could only roll on the ground to evade attacks. Now you can dodge mid-air. Beforehand, you'd be exposed, and now you're not. It's the most helpful ability in the game if you ask me. Next, you need the cat eye sphere to get this last item. It is the ability to warp to the first checkpoint of any area of the map. Now, quick travel is very important, especially if you're doing speedruns like this. It's story time, my favorite part of the video, ladies and gentlemen. So on the surface, Momodora seems like it's a pretty straightforward game and has a simple plot. We're here to end the curse. Nothing fancy, we're not here for a hot date. No, we're here to get down to business, end the pain and suffering, and save the kingdom and our village. Simple enough and straightforward. I like it. But when you first get to Karst and you fight Lubel the undead witch, and you think she's going to be the final boss, given the fact that she has a huge character in the game. She takes up most of the screen when you see her. But upon getting to the monastery later in the game, you find out the queen herself is the source of the curse. The townspeople are terrified, people are dying, and then all of a sudden we get this twist. And it's a great twist, because it reveals a divide between those who are loyal to the queen and faithful to the church. And I love these, because it just asks so many more questions and reveals so many great areas to analyze. What wins out? Divine right placed in royalty? Or the strength one has in their belief and faith? I love analyzing these kind of things. They're just so much fun to me. And I'm going to do so in part 2 of this video series, so please stay tuned. But anyway, let's move towards the end game. When you finally do get to Karst Castle, we meet an NPC who tells us that we are a sacrificial maiden from Lund, signified by our black dress and white mantle. And with this dialogue, our mission becomes so much more clear now. Yes, we're there to stop the curse, but we don't expect to live afterwards. When you get to the Cursed Queen of Karst, this is the most difficult boss fight and the most powerful scene in the game. Because we've gone through so many trials, fought so many monsters, undead, evil beings, and the things of nightmares. We finally get to our goal and we gotta end the curse. Doing so, our main character Kaho, with unflinching resolve, takes the curse into herself and purifies it, so to speak. But by doing so, she dies. She fades away into nothing. This is heavy stuff, people. I love this scene because it just shows what it means to have integrity and strength of will. I can only assume that our main character was aware what she was meant to do. That even if she passed this on to someone else, they too would have the same mission. They knew they were going to die, and there was no changing that fact. There are so many parallels to this in real life. No one gains anything from nothing. You gotta give up something, whether that's time, energy, money, so on and so forth, to gain anything in this world we live in today. That could mean getting a second job for extra cash. That could mean leaving home to get a better job. That could mean changing careers because you're not happy. Or even gain the strength and courage to ask that person you had a crush on out for a date. It just applies to so much, and is such an important lesson that life is going to be difficult. It's going to challenge you every day. But as long as you're willing to adapt, change, and sacrifice, little things, it's going to turn out right. And I think that's the biggest lesson of Momodora. And I think it's fantastic. So anyway, I think that's a good place to stop for now. Please look forward to part 2 of the video where I talk about the more philosophical stuff of Momodora. I'm Asch D-Class Hero signing out. Please like, subscribe, comment below, and tell me in the comments, what do you think of this kind of video? Do you like that I went a little more analytic with it? I did my research and so on? Or would you like a more traditional review where I just talk about the gameplay, the story, and don't go so heavy into details and philosophical aspects? Anyway guys, I'm Asch, signing out. Catch you later.